They say your early life romance game.
We're going to move forward with the sway bar removal. So sway bar removal, this is your end link, this is top sway bar nut. And then back in here, you see these two yellow painted nuts. I'm going to zoom in on that a little bit for you. There's your sway bar bushing. So you got to remove that on both sides. Oh, right here, sway bar end length has an Allen head in it, but if you have access to air, go ahead and hit that with the air nut. Hit that with an air socket, and that'll spin that off without having to access that Allen nut in the end of that bolt. I'm gonna go through and show you how to do it, so stay tuned. All right, if you don't have air tools at your house, you wanna use a 17mm and a 6mm Allen. Put the Allen into the end. 17mm on the end like that, put the Allen inside, and then loosen it up. Make sure that Allen doesn't turn. I, on the other hand, have air, so I'm going to buzz that off real quick with air. Works a lot easier that way. Every time. Every damn time the air compressor goes off. Okay, now in here on these inner sway bars, we're gonna have to get in there with a 14mm. I got a 14mm socket here and on the end of a wrench. Getting air in here is gonna be very difficult. Head over to the other side. All right, as you can see, this side's probably gonna pose a bit more of a challenge because the fuel filler tube is in the way. Tools to drop. So we can get the end link popped out pretty easy, but here we got some tubes in the way. So one of the bolts I can get to right here. Not sure if you can see that. Kind of, not really. I'm gonna bring the camera over so you guys can take a look. Okay. All right, there we go. So one of the bolts is right here. Got my finger on it. And the other one's hidden back here underneath the fuel filler hooks. So I'm gonna try to get to this other one from up top. If not, we're gonna have to go get to that from underneath. Okay, I'm gonna cheat on this one. I'm not gonna use the Allen and the wrench like I did. I'm just gonna spin it off with the air. Get that end link out. And I'm actually gonna push that back down so I have some more room. And get back in there and get on that 14. Whew. Yeah, that fuel filler tube adds a new interesting problem. I'm trying to get my hands out of there so you guys see what's going on. There you go. Now we got a little bit better angle on that. There we are. So I'm gonna try a 1/4 inch wobbly. Let's see if I can sneak that in there. No, I'm definitely gonna have to go up with the car. See if we can get it from up top. Alright, so we got the Eibach rear sway bar here in the box. Get it opened up. Got our new end link. Excuse me, we got our new sway bar bushings. Up the bar. Bunch of packaging material. Looking, oh, there. Gotta get your sticker. Yeah, stickers. Now good for 10 horsepower. Make sure you get that put on the car. Alright. The Eibach rear sway bar, larger diameter of course. Put it up in a nice red. There we go. 2 stickers, 20 horsepower. Okay, got your lube for the bushings, got your bars, and there's little zerks, the tiny zerk fittings that screw into the top of the bar. Make sure you put those in so you can grease them for future use, so they don't end up, so you don't end up with squeaky switter. Make sure you put the zerk fittings in the sway bar bushing holders, so you don't end up with a squeaky sway bar later on. The lubricant, you want to make sure you use all of it on the inside of the bushings. Put as much of the lubricant in there as you can, that way you don't have to worry about squeaky bushings. Alright, so we got our bushings. And we've got our zerk fittings and we're ready to go. Alright, we've got our sway bar bushing holders. We're going to tighten up the zerk fitting that's in the top of them, 8mm. Make sure you get those good and tight. Okay. Got our sway bar. Again, this is the upgraded Eibach sway bar. when you do this, you don't want to put the bushings on the sway bar with all the grease in the inside. See, they're going to be a pain in the ass to pry apart. So you're going to pry apart and slip it on there. All right, guys, let's get this thing ran through there. Here we are, got the sway bar. I'm gonna attempt to feed it through here. So let's see how this is gonna fit. All right, so far so good. All right. Okay, I'm gonna run over to the other side, get it lined up. Good. The bush is pushed onto the pad, get that lined up a little bit. All right, so we've got two positions of adjustment. And here's what IBOC has to say about them. Position A is the farthest one out on the sway bar. Okay, so position A, they recommend that as the softest setting. It reduces oversteer used in rain or on slick roads. Used on rough or bumpy roads increases comfort. I'm not a comfort type of guy, although I do live in the Pacific Northwest where it rains a lot. So, B is the firmest setting. It reduces understeer used on dry roads and tracks. Used on smooth surfaces, use on smooth roads and tracks. Do not use on wet or slick roads. Well, honestly, it sounds like it's going to be fun if I use it on slick roads. So let's go about doing that. There, drift car. Okay, so I think we were on drift car before we were so rudely interrupted by the battery dying on the phone. So let's sneak in here and take a look at where we are going to put the sway bar inserts. Okay, so sway bar bracket, bushing goes on top of the sway bar bushing bracket. I would love to show you, but you just simply, there's going to be no way for me to shine a light in there, get my hands in there and show you. And of course the compressor turns on again. Okay, something else I'm going to make mention of real quick. You see how these are slotted? Okay, when you put this in there, you don't want to push it all the way to one side or the other. Okay, you want to make sure you try to center it as best as you can. Check your clearances for the sway bar when you push it back and forth. See, if I push this all the way back, I'm going to be really, really close to the shock right here. Really close to this shock right here. We do not want that to happen. So push it all the way forward. When I go all the way forward, the sway bar is going to come really close to hitting the fuel filler tube area. So try to find a happy medium. Now the other thing, you want to make sure you put these, so I can get it to focus. You want to make sure you put both of these on both sides and make sure you engage the nut on both sides for the sway bar. Reason being is if you put one on and you don't put the other one on, trying to get it to line up would be a nightmare. So I'm gonna go over to the other side and get the other side hooked up. So we were trying to get this inner bolt behind this fill neck tightened up. I'm gonna try to get in here with an air. Try to get in here with air and a 1/4 inch wobbly. I don't think that's gonna work. This angled bracket is in the bracket with the risers on it. If you saw when we were showing you the bracket is a reinforced type billet. It's not flat. The factory sway bar. So the factory sway bar was in fact 2 flat pads. Didn't have any raised billet area in between them. The new one has raised billet, so trying to get in from the sides is going to pose a problem. We are going to have to figure out how to get in from the top. So I'm hoping 1/4 inch wobbly is going to be the answer. Alright, showing you guys how to do tighten up the end link when you don't have tools. 17mm with a 6mm nut, tighten it up. Don't let the head of the end link spin while you're tightening it, that's a good idea. If you have air, 17mm, just put it down tight. You're good to go. Alright, everything's tight. So sway bar, the iBox sway bar, set to stiff, which I'm going to call drift mode for now. Gotta get the tires put back on, finish this bad boy up. Thanks for watching, guys. So, initial impressions on the rear sway bar. It's the way the car should have come from the factory, and it's my new favorite first mod. Out of all the mods I've done, this has by far been the one that has been the best improvement for the car. It's unbelievable how much better the car handles. Honestly, this is the way the car should have come from the factory. Blown away. The stability, the sure-footedness, the overall just difference it made in the car is mind-blowing. My new favorite first mod. Well, really not my first mod, but my new favorite mod. This is something I think everyone should probably do when they buy their Stinger. I'm not sure if you guys have felt this, but sometimes you get into a corner, you try to make a mid-corner change, off the throttle, on the throttle type stuff. You know, car starts to get away from you a little bit. Car will feel a little uncertain. The rear of the car will want to give away, but won't give away, and it'll kind of get a little squirrely on you. That's all gone. Absolutely all of that is now gone. The car just feels 100% planted. Mid-corner changes, left-right chicane, no hesitation at all. No hesitation from my driver input. Even if I go off throttle mid-corner, the car doesn't get an uncertain feeling to it. It's just 100% planted. So if you're going to do a mod to your Stinger, and you're debating between, oh, should I get intakes? You know, should I get, a tune? Should I get exhaust? What should I get? You know what? Now that I have the sway bar in the car, 100%, the very first mod you should do is a rear sway bar. Hands down, no questions asked. Even if I didn't have these on my website, I would be telling people, you need to get a rear sway bar in your Kia Stinger right now, because it literally made that big of a difference. So with that being said, initial reviews, I do have we do have a drift event coming up. I'm going to try to get the LSD in the back of the car, go out and try to drift this thing a little bit. It's a bit of a pig, it's big. I need about another 100 more horsepower, but we're going to do what we can. Try to get this thing pitched around a couple cones and see what we can do. I'll make sure I get a video of that for you guys when we make that happen. Outside of that, I want to thank everyone for watching the channel. I want to thank everyone for subscribing, and I want to thank everyone for sharing the video.